What if I told you that Barbara O'Neill discovered a way to wake up tomorrow morning with your muscles actually stronger, more recovered, and more ready to perform? And all it takes is 2 simple vitamins before bed that most people are taking completely wrong? Now, before you roll your eyes and think this is just another supplement pitch, let me stop you right there. Because what Barbara O'Neill uncovered goes against everything the fitness industry has been telling you about recovery. Forget everything you've heard about magnesium supplements. Forget the expensive protein powders. Barbara O'Neill said something that shocked even seasoned health experts. The secret to overnight muscle recovery isn't found in what everyone else is selling you. According to Barbara O'Neill, there are 2 vitamins that work quietly while you sleep to rebuild muscle tissue, reduce soreness, and deliver the kind of recovery that most people chase but never achieve. But here's the kicker, it's not about what you take, it's about when you take them. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why Barbara O'Neill's discovery has been quietly transforming recovery for thousands of people. And trust me, what you're about to learn will change everything you thought you knew about muscle repair. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that most fitness experts completely miss. She said, "Your muscles don't grow in the gym." That's the biggest lie the fitness industry has ever told. What happens in the gym, according to Barbara O'Neill, is actually muscle destruction. You're creating tiny microtears, breaking down tissue, and sending stress signals through your body. But the rebuilding? The actual strengthening? Barbara O'Neill discovered this happens during one critical window that most people completely waste. Sleep is your anabolic recovery window. And Barbara O'Neill found that during deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, testosterone gets regulated, cortisol levels drop, and your muscles get flooded with nutrients that repair those microtears. But here's what Barbara O'Neill realized that others didn't. If you're not fueling your body with the right tools before this window opens, you're literally leaving muscle gains on the table every single night. Barbara O'Neill said, "I watched people train harder than anyone I'd ever seen, eat perfectly, and still struggle with recovery. Then I discovered the missing piece. That missing piece wasn't another protein shake or expensive supplement. It was about understanding your body's natural repair cycle." According to Barbara O'Neill, sleep isn't just rest, it's the most anabolic phase your body experiences in 24 hours. But most people enter this phase completely unprepared. They're asking their body to rebuild muscle without giving it the raw materials it desperately needs. This is why Barbara O'Neill's approach is so different. She doesn't focus on what happens during your workout. She focuses on what happens while you're sleeping. Because as Barbara O'Neill discovered, recovery isn't downtime, it's build time. And that's where her 2-vitamin discovery changes everything. Barbara O'Neill discovered why most people's recovery methods fail miserably. She said, "Everyone is obsessed with the workout, but they're completely ignoring the repair." According to Barbara O'Neill, the supplement industry has been feeding people lies about recovery. Magnesium gets pushed as the miracle solution, but Barbara O'Neill found a critical flaw in this approach. She said, "Magnesium might help you relax, but relaxation isn't recovery." Barbara O'Neill discovered that magnesium alone doesn't rebuild muscle tissue. Yes, it calms the nervous system, and maybe it helps some people sleep better. But if your goal is actual muscle repair, Barbara O'Neill found you need more than just relaxation, you need the building blocks and activators that drive protein synthesis. "I saw people taking handfuls of magnesium every night," Barbara O'Neill said, "and they were still waking up sore, still struggling with recovery, still hitting plateaus." That's when Barbara O'Neill realized the problem wasn't that people needed to relax more, they needed to rebuild more efficiently. According to Barbara O'Neill, most recovery supplements target the wrong phase. They're designed for energy, for performance, for pre-workout pumps. But Barbara O'Neill discovered that the real magic happens during your deepest sleep cycles. Barbara O'Neill said, "If you want to truly recover overnight, you need vitamins that work with your body's natural repair rhythms, not against them." And that's exactly what led to her groundbreaking discovery of the 2 vitamins that actually rebuild muscle while you sleep. But which 2 vitamins did Barbara O'Neill discover? The first one will surprise you. The first vitamin Barbara O'Neill discovered for overnight muscle recovery shocked everyone who heard about it. Vitamin D. Now, I can almost hear you thinking, vitamin D? Isn't that just the sunshine vitamin? That's exactly what Barbara O'Neill thought initially. But then she uncovered something that changed her entire understanding of muscle recovery. Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin D isn't really a vitamin at all, it's a hormone in disguise. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin D plays a direct role in muscle strength, muscle protein synthesis, and even testosterone production. But here's the part that blew her mind: the timing of when you take it can completely change its effectiveness. I started researching why some people recovered faster than others, Barbara O'Neill said, and I kept finding the same connection. People with optimal vitamin D levels recovered faster, had greater muscle function, and experienced dramatically less soreness after workouts. But Barbara O'Neill discovered something even more powerful. Taking vitamin D at night, right before your body enters its natural recovery mode, amplifies its muscle-building effects exponentially. According to Barbara O'Neill, here's what happens. When you're asleep, vitamin D enhances the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, critical minerals for muscle contraction and repair. But more importantly, Barbara O'Neill found that vitamin D influences the expression of genes involved in muscle cell growth. Barbara O'Neill said, if you're deficient in vitamin D, you could be working twice as hard in the gym and getting half the results. And the scary part? According to Barbara O'Neill, most people are deficient without even knowing it. Barbara O'Neill discovered that even if you live in a sunny climate, if you spend most of your day indoors, if you wear sunscreen, if you live somewhere with long winters, or if you have darker skin, chances are you're not getting enough vitamin D. Low vitamin D doesn't just affect your bones, Barbara O'Neill explained, it directly sabotages your ability to recover and rebuild muscle. That's why Barbara O'Neill found that people who supplemented vitamin D in the evening saw dramatic improvements in their recovery. According to Barbara O'Neill, nighttime vitamin D supplementation works in harmony with your body's natural repair cycle. She said, you're giving your muscles exactly what they need during the hours when growth hormone is peaking and protein synthesis is at its highest. Barbara O'Neill discovered that this timing makes vitamin D work like a recovery accelerator, enhancing every repair process happening in your body while you sleep. But vitamin D was only half of Barbara O'Neill's discovery. The second vitamin she found is where the real magic happens for overnight muscle transformation. The second vitamin in Barbara O'Neill's discovery protocol will completely change how you think about muscle recovery. Vitamin C. Barbara O'Neill said, everyone thinks vitamin C is just for immune health and preventing colds. That's where they're completely wrong. What Barbara O'Neill discovered about vitamin C and muscle recovery goes far beyond what most people understand. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin C is the cornerstone of muscle repair, especially when taken at night. But why nighttime? Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis, and collagen is literally the connective tissue that holds your muscles, tendons, and ligaments together. Barbara O'Neill said, every time you lift weights, run, or push your body, you're not just stressing muscle fibers, you're stressing the connective tissue that supports them. Without adequate collagen repair, you get stiffness, soreness, joint pain, and higher injury risk. But Barbara O'Neill discovered something remarkable. Vitamin C ensures that collagen fibers are rebuilt strong and flexible overnight, so your muscles and joints can handle the load the next day. According to Barbara O'Neill, there's another critical layer to vitamin C's recovery power. She found that vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants your body has access to. After intense exercise, Barbara O'Neill discovered, your muscles get flooded with free radicals and oxidative stress. If this damage lingers overnight, Barbara O'Neill explained, your body spends the next day trying to catch up, and you feel sluggish and sore. But Barbara O'Neill found that taking vitamin C before bed essentially puts out that inflammatory fire. Barbara O'Neill said, by taking vitamin C at night, you're neutralizing oxidative stress and clearing the path for pure recovery. You wake up feeling refreshed, less sore, and ready to train again. According to Barbara O'Neill, this is the edge most people are missing. If your muscles aren't weighed down by lingering inflammation, you can perform better, lift heavier, and grow faster. Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin C works best during your deepest sleep phases when your body is actively repairing connective tissue and clearing metabolic waste from muscle cells. Taking vitamin C in the morning might give you some antioxidant benefits, Barbara O'Neill said, but taking it before bed is like handing construction workers the exact tools they need at the exact time they're working. But here's where Barbara O'Neill's discovery gets truly powerful. It's not just about taking these two vitamins separately. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that no one else in the health world was talking about. She said, vitamin D and vitamin C don't just work independently, they work together in a way that creates exponential recovery benefits. According to Barbara O'Neill, this synergy is what separates good recovery from extraordinary recovery. Here's what Barbara O'Neill found: vitamin D enhances muscle function and growth at the cellular level, while vitamin C repairs connective tissue and reduces inflammation at the structural level. Barbara O'Neill said, one builds stronger muscle fibers, the other makes sure those fibers are supported and protected. Together, they create an environment where your body can maximize recovery overnight. Barbara O'Neill discovered that this combination is far more effective than relying on magnesium alone or any other single supplement. Magnesium might help you drift off to sleep, Barbara O'Neill explained, but vitamin D and C actually do the work of repairing and rebuilding while you're in deep rest. According to Barbara O'Neill, here's what happens when you combine them: vitamin D is boosting protein synthesis, enhancing calcium absorption, and regulating hormones. Meanwhile, vitamin C is repairing connective tissue, building collagen, and sweeping away oxidative stress. Barbara O'Neill said, imagine finishing a tough leg workout where your quads are on fire. Normally, you'd expect to wake up stiff and sore. But with this combination, you wake up not only less sore, but actually stronger and more energized. That's what Barbara O'Neill calls recovery on autopilot. According to Barbara O'Neill, this synergy creates a recovery environment that most people never experience, even with perfect nutrition and sleep. Barbara O'Neill discovered that the key is consistency. She said, taking them once in a while won't cut it. You need to make it part of your nightly routine, just like brushing your teeth. According to Barbara O'Neill, over time you'll notice differences not only in muscle recovery, but also in energy, mood, and immune function. This isn't just about muscles, Barbara O'Neill said, it's about total body restoration. But Barbara O'Neill discovered something even more critical about when to take these vitamins. Barbara O'Neill discovered the most important recovery secret that almost everyone gets wrong. She said, the same vitamin can have completely different effects depending on when you take it. According to Barbara O'Neill, timing makes the difference between supplements that just float through your system and supplements that actually drive overnight transformation. Barbara O'Neill discovered that your body runs on rhythms and cycles that most people completely ignore. She said, everyone is obsessed with what to take, but almost no one talks about when to take it. That's where the real secret lies. According to Barbara O'Neill, taking vitamins at night unlocks anabolic recovery windows that simply don't exist in the morning. Here's what Barbara O'Neill found: when you wake up, your cortisol levels are high, your body is preparing for activity, and you're in a catabolic state, breaking down and using stored energy. Barbara O'Neill said, morning is not optimal for building muscle. It's about survival, movement, and activity. But nighttime is completely different. According to Barbara O'Neill, when you're winding down, your body shifts gears completely. Cortisol drops, melatonin rises, growth hormone secretion kicks in, Barbara O'Neill explained, and you move into an anabolic state, building, repairing, and restoring. Barbara O'Neill discovered that this rebuilding phase peaks during deep sleep. According to Barbara O'Neill, if you flood your system with the right vitamins before entering this anabolic window, your body has everything it needs to maximize this rebuilding phase. Barbara O'Neill said, if you wait until morning, you've already missed the critical overnight opportunity. She discovered that vitamin D influences protein synthesis, calcium regulation, and testosterone balance, all most useful when your body is actively repairing muscle fibers at night. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin C works the same way. During the day, your muscles are under constant oxidative stress from movement and exercise. At night, that damage needs to be cleared so muscle cells can regenerate. Barbara O'Neill discovered that taking vitamin C before bed acts as an antioxidant shield, clearing free radicals and allowing muscle mitochondria to restore energy systems efficiently. Taking vitamin C in the morning means it acts as a general antioxidant, Barbara O'Neill said, but taking it before bed is like giving construction workers the exact tools they need when they're actually working. Barbara O'Neill also found that nighttime supplementation aligns with hormone fluctuation. During deep sleep, growth hormone peaks. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin D and C don't replace growth hormone, but they amplify its effectiveness. Barbara O'Neill said, "It's like opening the doors for growth hormone to walk right in and do its job with zero resistance." But there's one more discovery Barbara O'Neill made that changes everything. Barbara O'Neill discovered something that shocked even experienced health practitioners. She said, "The real secret to consistent muscle growth isn't just about recovery, it's about never getting sick enough to miss training." According to Barbara O'Neill, your immune system is the hidden factor that determines whether you get results or keep hitting roadblocks. Barbara O'Neill said, "You can't build muscle if you're not consistent, and you can't stay consistent if you're always getting sick or run down." Barbara O'Neill discovered that vitamin D acts like the master switch of your immune system, controlling how your body responds to infections and how much inflammation it produces. When vitamin D levels are low, Barbara O'Neill explained, your immune system becomes sluggish, and you're more likely to get knocked out after hard workouts. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin C powers your immune system's actual soldiers. She said, "Your white blood cells literally need vitamin C to function. Without enough, they're like tired soldiers with no weapons." Barbara O'Neill discovered that together, these vitamins create immune synergy. Vitamin D is the general giving clear instructions, and vitamin C is the soldiers carrying them out effectively, Barbara O'Neill explained. According to Barbara O'Neill, this immune protection is crucial for consistent training. She said, "It's not the person who trains hardest for 2 weeks that gets results, it's the person who trains steadily month after month without interruption." Barbara O'Neill discovered that people who optimize both vitamins have fewer sick days, recover from illnesses faster, and maintain training schedules more consistently. The difference between someone who gets sick every month and someone who never misses training sessions becomes enormous over 6 months, Barbara O'Neill said. According to Barbara O'Neill, vitamin D and C don't just help muscle recovery, they protect the consistency that makes muscle growth possible in the first place. Barbara O'Neill said, "I've seen this simple protocol transform recovery for thousands of people." According to Barbara O'Neill, the results speak for themselves: less soreness, faster recovery, more consistent training, and better results. Barbara O'Neill discovered that this isn't just for elite athletes. She said, "Even if you just run, do yoga, or hit the gym a couple times a week, you can benefit massively from this approach." According to Barbara O'Neill, recovery isn't just about muscle growth, it's about feeling good in your body, staying mobile, and preventing injuries. Barbara O'Neill said, "If you're sore all the time, if your joints ache, if exercise feels like it's wearing you down instead of building you up, this protocol can make exercise enjoyable again." Here's Barbara O'Neill's challenge: for the next 30 days, take vitamin D and vitamin C before bed. Keep everything else the same, but pay attention to how your body feels when you wake up. According to Barbara O'Neill, you'll notice differences in energy, soreness, and performance. Barbara O'Neill said, "When you give your body the raw materials it needs at the time it needs them most, your body rewards you with faster recovery, better strength, and more resilience." Barbara O'Neill discovered the secret: repair, rebuild, and grow stronger while you sleep. Thank you so much for staying with me through this exploration. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with someone who might benefit from it.